Hello everyone. Hello from me and Sheldon. I don't know where he is. There he is. So, look how eager he is to see me. So in today's video, we'll talk about, you have already seen in the title, how to feed baby turtles, what to feed them, and all of those questions. So our topic is, how do you feed a baby aquatic turtle? And it can be red deer slider, it can be painted turtle, it can be a mask turtle. Most of these species require kind of similar feeding pattern, and not just baby, also juvenile turtles, because that's Sheldon has become a juvenile. He is not an adult anymore. Okay, so first of all, we need to know some basics. Yes, a turtle needs different types of food depending on its age. Okay, so when a turtle is absolutely baby, you will only need to feed him proteins. It doesn't need any kind of vegetables. Okay, so as the turtle grows older, suppose when the turtle gets to a juvenile size, like about 1 year old, then you should start to give him some vegetables occasionally. Yes, sparingly, but you will see the turtle will not be very interested in vegetables, but you should start giving vegetable so the turtle knows another type of food exists basically. Okay, as the turtle grows older and older, you will feed him more and more vegetables, and at a certain stage most adult turtles will only need vegetables, not that much of protein. Okay, so their feeding journey starts from protein, and then the protein amount goes down as time look at this, as time goes, and when they are adult they mainly eat vegetable matters and very less protein. Okay, so why do they need protein when they are babies? Because at the baby stage they need to grow a lot. Their growth rates are the highest when they are babies, so they need a lot of protein to supplement that growth rate. Okay, so we understand that at baby stage or juvenile state, we need to primarily give our turtles protein. I haven't given any. I should start giving some vegetables occasionally to Sheldon. I haven't started yet. I will start soon, inshallah. But for now, what do I feed him? Oh, before what I feed him, let me tell you about the feeding frequency. So for most baby turtles and juvenile turtles, you can feed them every single day because they are baby size and they need a lot of growing to do. So you can feed them every single day, not a problem. Some people even feed them twice a day. Okay, um, I generally feed once a day. You can feed twice a day, that's not the problem. But if you're feeding twice a day, make sure you are dividing the right amount of food by two, and then you are feeding one portion at the morning and another portion before you're turning off the light. Okay, so what is the right amount of food? It is there are lots of bad advices out there. There are lots of advice I don't agree. You will see one common advice, that is, give him the food and let him eat what it can eat for 2 or 5 minutes. Now I know Sheldon, if I give him like a handful of food, he will go through them in 5 minutes. That doesn't mean that is the right amount of food for this guy. Okay, so that is the wrong advice. So what is the correct advice? A generally accepted rule is, think of Sheldon's or your turtle's head as think of the volume inside its head. Okay, so just it's very hard to say. Like, think of, this is a turtle's head, and think of all the space it occupies. Okay, and think of all the pellets will need to occupy that space. Okay, so that will be the correct amount. Like, another easy way to say this is, all the pellets you will need to fill up this little guy's head will be the correct amount. Okay, I hope I have explained that well. So this is the correct amount. Of course, there is no scientific measurement behind it. You just need to eyeball it. So then okay, I had talked about what type of food to feed depending on the age, the frequency, the right amount, and that is the head amount. Um, Feed as much as possible, as feed as quantity of pellets that will fit inside the head of the turtle, and that will be the correct amount. Okay, now let me show you what do I feed him. Okay, so I think the primary portion of the turtle's diet should be consist of good quality pellets. Okay, so I have two pellets here. This one is almost finished and I recently ordered this one. This is from the E brand. So you can try whatever brand you want. I am not endorsing any brand, but make sure it is from a very good reputed brand. Okay, and I also like to switch up the pellets. I don't like to give just one pellets every single day because it makes the turtles bored. I like to switch them up. So suppose I'm giving them 2 days and then I'm giving it for 3 days and then 2 days, or just mixing them up, and this pellet will form the, I would say, 85% of the feeding. Okay, 85% of the food will be from these pellets. Now for treats, occasionally, as I say, these guys need a lot of protein. You can once or twice a week give them some kind of worms or dried shrimps, stuff like that. So this is a box of dried shrimps, you can see. So I give them once or twice a week, 1 or 2 dried shrimps. Okay, so this is more like a treat. You can't feed this thing every single day. This is a treat. Okay, you can also use dried mealworms, waxworms, silkworms, stuff like that as a treat. Okay, those are only for treats. These are the main items you need to feed. Now as your turtle grows older, you can try giving him some vegetables like lettuce leaves, dandelion leaves, kales, stuff like that. But don't give iceberg lettuce because that has absolutely no nutritional value. Now when you are feeding, one crucial thing to remember is do not overfeed. Even if you skip a day or two, these guys will not feel any problem because they can go without food for a long time, especially when they're a bit adult, not very baby. But you can't overfeed them because overfeeding will cause lots and lots of problems. The water quality will go bad. Your turtle will get obese. It might have problem like pyramiding issues, shell issues, lots of issues. So never ever overfeed your turtle. Okay, that will be a lot of problem. Now how do you feed? For aquatic turtles like this one, you will need to feed them in the water. Okay, because they can't eat food from dry space. They need water to eat the food. Okay, so what I do is I go grab some pellets. Then one problem with my setup is if I put the food here, you see these little bulbs, they will take all the food away. So Sheldon can't eat them because Sheldon is slower than these bulbs. So what I do is I put the foods here. But what Sheldon will do is he will come, he will grab the food and he will go to the water and eat the food. Okay, let me show you. Oh, so here is the food. You will see Sheldon will come, grab it and go to the water. Okay. Let me give him another food. Oh yeah, he grabbed it. Okay, so aquatic turtles can't eat out of water. They need water to eat. I give them this way because my barbs will take the food if I just throw them on the water. Okay, so that's how you'll feed them. But for land dwellers or tortoises, that's not a problem. Tortoises can eat food out of the water. Box turtles can eat food out of the water because those are terrestrial tortoises. But radial slider, painted turtle, masked turtle, mud turtle, those turtles will need water to eat the food. Okay, now one important thing is turtles also need calcium. Okay, so one way they get calcium is through this UVB bulb. Because the UV bulbs help them to synthesize vitamin D3 inside their body. It makes their shell strong, bone strong. Another way you can give them calcium, especially if you think your turtle is lacking calcium, is through reptile calcium powder. Okay, so how do you feed this? You'll get a reptile calcium powder. You'll see lots of those on Amazon. It's like a white powder thing. Then when you are giving them the pellets or any kind of treats, you just dust the calcium powder over the pellet or over the treat and then offer it to the turtle. So when the turtle will eat the pellet or the treat, he will also eat those calcium powders and it will help with the turtle's growth. Okay, so sometimes you can give it the calcium powder, if especially if you think your turtle is suffering from calcium deficiency. Even if you don't think that it is a good idea to give some calcium to the turtle, you don't need to do that every day. Just once a week will be fine, I guess. Okay. Also, some other stuff. Don't give your turtle processed foods. Okay, any kind of glutinous food like bread, cheese, processed food, high fatty food like beef. Don't give anything like this to your turtle. Turtles can't, their digestive system can't handle those things. Okay, never give them any processed foods like chocolate, bread, cheese, stuff like that. Also, avoid giving beef. Also, giving your turtle stop giving your turtle fruits like citrus fruits. So don't give them orange, don't give them lemon, don't give them tangerine, stuff like that. They can't handle citrus. Okay, if you absolutely want to give some fruits, you can as an occasional treat, very occasional treat, like once or twice a month, you can give them a piece of carrot, a piece of apple, stuff like that, but don't give any citrus fruits. Let me end with a tip. So many owners, what they do is they feed the turtle in a separate tub. So they will take a separate tub. It can be a smaller tub. They will fill it with water and put the turtle there and then do the feeding. This way, the main aquarium water stays clean, stays pristine, and the leftover foods don't destroy the water quality. So if you have the time, you can do that. I don't do that because I am a lazy dude. But if you have the time and energy, you can feed your turtle in a separate tap to make sure the main aquarium's water quality stays clean. Okay. Also, it is a general rule that don't give your turtle too much food, and after a certain time, if there is leftover food in the tank, take them out. Otherwise, those leftover foods will deteriorate and make your water look very bad and make your water very bad. Okay, so these are some of the tips I can think of and all the questions I can think of about feeding baby turtles. If you still have any more questions, let me know in the comment box below. Till then, take care from me and Sheldon. Ta-da!